Alright, hello everybody and welcome back to Medieval Dynasty. Right as we ended the episode last time, we were crafting a bunch of meat, and when that finally finished, we actually got a level up in crafting. So we're going to go ahead and do that right now. We got cooking knowledge for more experience using the tavern workstation, so we pre-planned for this. We also got upgrading of house walls previously, and we got cooking expert for faster crafting in the tavern. Our next two options are builder trance for faster building, or building master, less stamina consumed during building. Let's see here. I think actually building is very tempting. I think we're going to go for faster crafting in the tavern, though. We're probably going to do quite a bit of cooking for a little while, so we'll keep leveling that up. So, we're going to run back and complete this quest. And then I think we'll go all the way back to Gastown. And then we're finally going to go up to Hornica. Partially because our quest is to hunt foxes, and I think in the process of coming up here, we might see a couple of them. This is the other area where I might expect to see a few foxes as well. But this is new, and we have a mission up there, so we'll give it a go. Alright, we're almost all the way to the town here. We've made it all the way here. Haven't seen any foxes along the way. I will say, though, just the 1 point of skills into the reduced stamina consumption is super nice. It's been very helpful to us. I don't know about robbing stuff, by the way. I've never done it before. I know you definitely don't want to get caught doing it. So I just don't do it. Basically, I don't want to hurt my reputation. Bernadetta. She's not too bad. I heard a bird. I think they were standing at this house, actually, now that I think about it. Hey, there we go. Glad you figured it out. Thank you for the fruit pie. Our quest is resolved. How much food does that fill up? 80 food. Wow. That's really good. Look at the comparison. And it's worth 175 coin. You can see, I mean, look at this. As we get up in like cooking skill and stuff like that, man, you could make some serious coin selling this. Or like the fur hood here, 320. I mean, they only give you like, I don't know, it's more than 10%, but it's not an amazing return or anything. But even still, you just see the comparison to the roasted meat, and you know that it's pretty worthwhile. Alright, time to make the run back. Maybe we'll experiment with flirting a little bit here. Let's see, we'll do romance. You seem very interesting. Let's see. Last night... First one's never felt in love before. Yeah, she's only at 6% affection. Normally they just brush us off. Our second one, last night I had a weird dream. I was building a house, but someone else was in control of my body, looking through my eyes. And then I heard this strange voice coming from afar saying, "Damn, he's hungry again. Very unusual, right?" Okay. That's different, and nice weather we're having today, don't you think? Do you prefer sunny or rainy days? We're pretty early on. That's pretty innocent. The sun, of course. Rain is the enemy of dresses and hairdos. Okay. Let's see what else we got. What's your favorite season? What brought you here? What's your biggest dream? That's a good one. What is your biggest dream? Your dream is to be a queen. Oh, not to be a queen. Okay. You don't have to wish for something that's bound to happen, but to build a kingdom mightier than any other seen before. Well, we're building some kingdoms. Okay. Okay, nope. We're still not in love yet. We only have 18% affection. Okay, always eager to learn new things. Do you have any advice? Work can often get under our skin. What do you do in your spare time? When I first arrived in the valley, it made an impression on me. How do you like it here? You seem like someone that likes to learn new things. You find yourself standing in the way of my success. Do yourself a favor and move, or I'll move you myself. I like it. All right. How's your day going? Where do you come from? See, tiring but fruitful. Cut a dreadful argument with the tailor. Kept telling him that I looked so amazingly in his dress that he should be paying me for wearing it, but didn't want to listen. This girl's got some attitude. Oh. Oh, okay. Okay, and we have no gifts to give. So we made it to 30%. I figured it was going to cut us off at some point. And we can come back, it looks like, and advance to the next step where we can actually get, you know, flirtatious. You know, we're a little bit beyond small talk. But we are going to make the very long run back to Gastown. And we're going to go talk to Alwyn. And then we're going to go north. And we're going to go to the other village and see what quests they have for us. And you can see here what I'm talking about, where I'm saying that we're going to spend a lot of time away from our village doing quests. And, you know, this just naturally happens over time. We can kind of cut through right here. But you end up running around between the different villages, doing different things, and, you know, you kind of go back to your village periodically to build new buildings and maybe harvest crops or something like that, help them catch up on cooking. But generally speaking, we need water. We might as well drink while we're here. Generally speaking, you're going to spend a lot of time away from your village. So you have to have them prepared with firewood, with food, eventually clothing, I think. You know, ideally you have like some warmer clothing for them. Just things like that to help keep them happy. And it's just something that you kind of have to be prepared for. So it's something you just kind of work on over time. And it's also why it's nice to automate some of those things. But like as your village grows, it seems like they've adjusted the numbers a little bit, but previously you would have to spend a good chunk of time in the fall kind of preparing extra firewood for winter because your wood chopper couldn't keep up, really. I eventually built, I think, 2 wood sheds to help try and keep up with firewood demand, but I don't think either one of them generated as much firewood as we're generating right now. So, seems to have been some small improvements. Oh, we stayed on this side of the river. Okay, that's fine. Yeah, we'll pick this back up when we get to the Gastown. Alright, so we've got Gastown coming into our sights here. Also, I was thinking another comment about as far as like length of season. So when we first started this, campaign's the wrong word, playthrough, we adjusted the length of seasons by 2 days, I think. So we increased it from 3 to 5, I believe is what the number was. You can imagine what this would be like if we had 2 less days in every season. It would be a lot harder to get everything done. So if you want to be a completionist, then it's definitely helpful to add a little bit of an extension. If you want the seasons to go faster, obviously progress crops and things like that, then you don't really need to you don't really need to adjust that. So he just gave us 150 coins. And we're supposed to deliver the coins. Ah, that's right. We go across the river, pick up his new hoe, bring it back to him. And the hoe costs 150 coins, or a little less, I think, actually. And we get to keep the difference. But yeah, so you know, definitely gives us enough time to kind of complete both the story and the side missions, which is nice. They've added some new stuff. It's nice to be able to kind of go through it all and see it all. Obviously, we didn't in that first season. We had a lot going on. But, excuse me. You know, we have plenty of time right now to kind of do everything that we want to do, even if we miss a few side things here and there. And you'll probably notice that it seems like this season's maybe going a little bit quicker than it did in our first season, which is apparently spring and not summer. And a large part of that, oh yeah, he's in the crafting area right here. A large part of that is we actually spent a night sleeping at the campfire. So we actually lost a entire half a day from sleeping. So it was at night, but it was technically half a day lost. So you definitely ideally work through the night in most scenarios. You know, I was worried about running into that wolf. Didn't want to deal with that. So sleeping was, you know, kind of the best option to counter that. But yeah, generally speaking, you just lose quite a bit of time. One of the main times that I'll probably do it is if I've kind of completed everything I want to do for a season and I'm like, all right, well, I just want to harvest my crops. You know, season needs to advance. So for like evening of the last season, I might sleep if I've gotten done with everything I want to do. Hey man, I want to give you your hoe. All right. So next season we'll be working on his bow. All right, so we're going to track this. We need to hunt foxes. And we are now going to go up to this settlement. And this is a little bit of a run. That's okay. We got like 2 days left in the season, so we got plenty of time. And I don't even think it's noon. I think it's still morning in the day. We are primed and ready to go. We're going to try and be on the lookout for foxes. And I believe wolves. I think there are wolves on the way up here. I don't think they're quite as thick as to the east of here. But, or west, because we're going south. West. Yeah. West over here. But I believe there still are some. This looks like prime fox territory though, so I'm gonna keep our lookout. See if we see any foxes. They are like the boars for the most part. Once you aggress them, they will aggress you. But if you get too close to them, I think they will just attack you as well. Give me some water, man. There we go. Alright, water's filled. We got that fruit pie with us, so we can go pretty low on hunger and then just go right back up to 100%. There's a bunny up there. It's not what we're looking for. We'll look on the crest of this ridge, see if we see any foxes. Another bunny. I feel like foxes is one of the hardest ones to get through. Yes, I know. Oh, there's one of the buffalo. These guys are big. Really big. Look at that thing. Lots of meat. Lots of leather. But they take a lot of spears to take down. Oh, we got all kinds of deer here. A lot of spears to take down, and just like the boars, they are very aggressive once you engage them. That's right, I forgot there's tons of deer here too. Good hunting spot. With a bow and arrow. We probably should make one of those pretty soon. And there's a wolf. So we're gonna have to get the drop on him and start before he comes after us. As you can see, they move pretty fast. Nice buffalo. Oh God. And our spear broke. Oh, give me spear. Give me spear. Okay, the wolf is bugged. Crap. Crap. Stop. And we're dead. Well, now you see what happens. We have no heir to pass anything on to. So that is the end of our dynasty. Thankfully, though, it just auto-saved right after we turned in Alwyn's quest, I think. So we won't be too far back. Yes. Okay. Oh, no. We have to go back and still do the hoe. Okay. I'm gonna run over and do that. And then we'll pick this back up and make more spears. See you in a minute. Okay, so quest is done. We have 6 spears remaining, and we apparently didn't have an axe, so I went and made an axe really quick. I think we're gonna make like 6 more spears if we can carry them. Bring ourselves up to like 12. That should allow us to get 2 wolves. Hopefully that will be enough. I think if we get more than that, we're kind of toast anyways. And I found a couple of the broadleaf plantains. The ones that give us health as I was building our replacement axe, so I'll have a few of those with us. I'm not sure if I can equip those to the action bar. There's our weird flying bug when we stepped on a log. Where did the log go? And the log has also flown to an unknown place. Well, I think we have enough to... Yeah, we have enough to build 7 more spears, so better safe than sorry. So hopefully 13 spears will get us through that journey. This is really emphasizing how much we need to make the bow and arrow. Then let's see if we can equip these. We cannot equip them. Okay. A little disappointing, but I'll make do. All right, let's adjust where we're going. And I'm going to save before we start here. Apparently screenshotted too. Running from wolves. Oh, I can't put that all in there. Wolves. Saving ourselves from wolves. How hungry are we? We're at 34, so we still got a bit of time. And as you saw, these wolves were right on the path. So, there's not a good way to get away from them. Did I put that in the right place? Yeah, I guess so. They're hard to deal with, and they're hard to deal with primarily because they're wolves and they essentially have pack tactics. Not essentially, they do. They tend to be in at least pairs, and they will call others over. Yeah, it's kind of a problem. I suppose in theory that opening our inventory pauses the game. So maybe we don't need the plantains in our action bar. Let's test this. We can find another rabbit. Or something else that's on the move. A deer or something. And we can see if it moves position after we open our inventory. Of course, now that I want to do this, I can't find any wildlife of any kind. Just gamer's luck right there. Okay, there's deer right there between the trees. Open this for a minute. Deer still between the trees. Okay. So tabbing to open our inventory. It looks like it pauses the game. So our wolf encounter was right up here. Nearby here. We know where the one was. I have no idea where that second one was. Well, we got a couple of buffalo. Three buffalo. Wow. No need to anger buffalo right now. We are looking for foxes. Buffalo. Okay. Okay, there's two wolves right there. Oh, there's 3 wolves. Okay, we got that one with 2 spears. We got this one right here. We missed completely. Got it in its paw. Headshot. Okay, we got that one. Where is the 3rd one? I don't see it. I know it's here. Alright, we're going to try and skin this really quick, because I want to get my spears back. I'm hoping the other one's not this close to us. Where are you? Okay, got our extra spears back. I know he's around here somewhere. There's no way he's not. I've never known them to run off. I guess I'll skin this one and hope for the best. There it is right there. Okay. Those are our known entities. We only knew about 3. So if there's more than that, we haven't seen them yet. But we still have 9 spears left. Just for good measure, I'm gonna make more. It's literally our only defense right now. Our hunger is finally below 20, so we eat that fruit pie. And these wolves are like 7 days to die in tents. They're just always multiple. That's a problem. Hopefully that is that one pack, though. It's a rabbit. It's a lynx. Paranoid now because I feel like far too often I don't see them in time. Why do you sound like a cow? I feel like most of the time they're just on top of me with very little warning. I would like to see some foxes. That's what I'd actually like to see. I hope that the fox doesn't kill me, I guess, because that would also be gamer's luck, right? Deal with the boss and they get killed by trash. Foxes are a little more formidable than trash mobs, but it would feel about the same. pretty well off town. Lots of stone buildings. Alright, Helga. Can we help you? Lots of dangerous animals. Oh, she wants a night hunt. Great. All right, so I think up here around this lake is where some of the grizzly bears and stuff spawn. Oh, here's horses. Let's see, how much are horses? 10,000. 10,000 to get an adult horse. 5,000 to get a colt. So that right there explains why they added donkeys. 4,000 apiece. So I've got two options right now. We could just make some hoes for a little bit and make some extra money and wait for it to become nightfall. Or we can kind of wander over here by the lake and try and see what we can find. I think I'm going to make some hoes and try and make some money. At least a little bit. While we're waiting on it to become nightfall here.